Norlyn T, Traje, and I am from the LawDee group. Our group is assigned to report about the sections under Republic Act number 8792, specifically under communication of electronic data messages and electronic documents. So first, Republic Act number 8792, an act providing for the recognition and use of electronic commercial and non-commercial transactions, penalties for unlawful use thereof, and other purposes. So as what had been reported by other reporters, this act provides all the guidelines for the recognition and authorization of electronic data documents and transactions. So first, section number 21, time of dispatch of electronic data messages or electronic documents. Unless otherwise agreed between the originator and the addressee, the dispatch of an electronic data message or electronic document occurs when it enters an information system outside the control of the originator or of the person who sent the electronic data message or electronic document on behalf of the originator. So when should such electronic data messages or electronic documents should be considered already being sent off to its receiver? So what would be the time of dispatch considered? So this would be the question. When shall the dispatch of electronic data or documents be recognized? So the time considered or recognized to be the dispatch of the data or documents shall be at the moment these documents enter an information system, unless there is an exact time of dispatch agreed by the originator and addressee.
So, good day everyone. My name is Debra F Briagas from the LawDee group. So, the section that is assigned to me to discuss is a section 2 that amended to section 21. So, under the section, it is the time of receipt of electronic data messages or electronic documents. So in this section, we will be talking about when is the time should the addressee will receive the electronic data messages or electronic documents. So unless otherwise agreed between the originator and the addressee, the time of receipt of the electronic data or electronic data message or electronic documents is as follows. It has three. The first one is if the addressee has designated an information system for the purpose of receiving electronic data or documents. So if the addressee has designate a information system where she could receive the information or the data or the documents, provided however that if the originator and the addressee are both participants in the designated information system, so the receipt or the addressee will receive the documents or message at that time or when the electronic data messages or document is retrieved by the addressee. So that's the key. If the addressee retrieve the message or document, obviously he had received or he or she received the message or document. Next is if the electronic data message or document is sent to an information system of an addressee that is not designated information system. So it is different from the other one. Here there is no designated information system, so the receipt will be occur at the time when the electronic data message or document is retrieved by the addressee. So that's the difference. Even if the addressee has no designated information system, he or she can receive the electronic data message or electronic document by retrieving it. And the last is if the addressee has the designated information system, receipt occurs when the electronic data message or document enters an information system of the addressee. So it's different. He or she could receive the electronic data message or electronic document if the information system enters an information system of the addressee. That's it. So thank you very much. Thank you for listening, and God bless.
Good day everyone, I'm Joshua B. Traje from the group LawDee, and I will continue the report about communication of electronic data messages or electronic documents. So under the section 23, place of dispatch and receipt of electronic data message or electronic documents. Unless otherwise agreed between the originator and the addressee, an electronic data message or electronic document is deemed to be dispatched at the place where the originator has its place of business and received at the place where the addressee has its place of business. This rule shall apply even if the originator or addressee had used a laptop or other portable devices to transmit or receive his electronic data message or electronic document. This rule shall also apply to determine the tax status of such transaction. So electronic data message or electronic document is a information transferred by a electronic devices. And also tax status is a tax or place of taxation. So for the purposes hereof, the originator or the addressee has more than one place of business. The place of business is that which has the closest relationship to the underlying transaction or where there is no underlying transaction, the principal place of business. So we are going to identify where we will going to tax a certain transaction. So letter B, if the originator or the addressee does not have the place of business, reference is made to its habitual residence. It will be in their home or in their house where they live, their habitual residence. And letter C, the usual place of residence in relation to the body corporate means the place where it is incorporated or otherwise legally constituted. So where the place of their business or the place of their residence. And for the question, for the purpose of this rule, the term electronic document may be used interchangeably with electronic data message. True or false? So that's end for my report. Thank you. God bless and keep safe.
Next, Section 24, Choice of Security Methods, subject to applicable laws and or rules and guidelines promulgated by the Department of Trade and Industry with other appropriate government agencies. Parties to any electronic transaction shall be free to determine the type and level of electronic data message or electronic document security needed, and to select and use or implement appropriate technological methods that suit their needs. So Section 24 states that parties are given the freedom to determine whatever security methods they wanted to use, making sure that such security methods would not compromise the applicable laws, rules and regulations, or guidelines set by the Department of Trade and Industry. So question, are parties free to determine the type and level of electronic data message or document security they need? Under Section 24, yes, parties are given the choice of security methods. Thank you, and that will be all.